And speaking of the hospital, we would like to welcome Chief of Staff Mark Smith. Thank you so much for being with us this evening, and thank you for the work that you all are doing on the front lines.
Well, hey, I appreciate you all inviting me to talk to you all. But yes, yeah, Keller Hospital, lots of folks over here working hard.
Right now, what are some of the challenges the hospital and staff are facing?
Well, the main thing we're facing is we would like to have availability for serology testing so we can see who of our staff members has already been exposed and maybe recovered from the virus, and that way we could maybe eliminate some of our PPE and maybe allow these staff workers to work without being so worried about contracting the virus.
Well, what seems to be the holdup with those tests in particular, and overall, how many tests have you conducted, and what's the rate of positive results?
Well, you know, right now the standard swabbing technique is a polymerase chain reaction called a PCR to the RNA of the virus. And that's what people are getting mostly in Alabama. It's a swab. That's how we're testing right now. It tells us if you're possibly actively infected, although the false negatives can be up to 30%.
Wow.
So we've tested 200 or 300 probably. Now that's talking about the Alabama Department of Public Health screening as well, in addition to what we're doing at the hospital. But the Mayo Clinic just now has made available that we can send some of these tests for serology. In other words, to see how your immune system's been exposed to the virus or not.
What is the hospital's perspective on lifting the stay-at-home order that right now is set to extend or actually end at the end of the month?
Well, we have Keller administration and the medical staff. We have plans in order that we would gradually, for instance, increase our surgery volumes once the stay-at-home order is lifted. You know, we're going to proceed cautiously. Even when that order is lifted, we're going to proceed in a manner that we feel our patients will be safeguarded so that they can come to the hospital and not be afraid of contracting the virus. And we want to make sure that patients that come to the hospital are adequately screened so that we're not bringing infected patients to the hospital.
Sure. Are you hopeful this won't go on too much longer, or do you see this testing continuing for the foreseeable future?
Well, I see the serology testing. I feel like that's gonna go on probably all summer and through the fall. You know, we are expecting that after this initial surge of coronavirus passes, we are expecting to see this come about again, probably in the fall. So it's very important right now. We'd like to establish who may have, you know, what is the community immunity. I would expect, like in Colbert County, I would just hazard to say that I would say that not many patients probably or persons in the community have been exposed to coronavirus, but we have no way of knowing that. We're doing testing, but we really, it would be nice to have a full population testing in the county to answer that question.
Yeah, I would. Mark Smith, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate your time.